Hey Raiders, welcome back to another live arena battle video. This video will feature 12 fights and 7 wins over 6 days, and first I pull OBV Harold, and he and I have talked. He's one of the cluster leadership for Oblivion, and so I go first and I pick Wukong, and Harold has watched some of my videos, so I know he's going to know a little bit of my strategy. So there he picks Warlord. He may have done that because he knows I pick Warlord, and then he sends me a message on Discord. So while I'm picking, I'm not going to respawn back. I'm going to go Sifi. I'm kind of debating on who to pick next. So I'm going to go Narcisse because he's pretty good against anybody else. So I'll go ahead and respawn back and say, hey. It'd be kind of nice if we could actually talk to people as we're fighting them. Although I could see that getting ugly too. See who he picks after I go with the Narcisse and Sifi. So he goes Harima, and he goes Nithwe Bloodtwin. So he's trying to counter the Wukong, and then I go Goffred and Ancora. And here I'm thinking, if he knows my style and he's watched recent videos, he could very well ban the Goffred. But we'll see who he picks last. He goes Arbiter, so he wants to go speed and boost ahead of me. So I'm going to ban the Warlord. Between cooldowns and all the CC that Armanz can do, actually I pick Armanz because I can fight through the cooldowns a little bit with Narcisse and Ancora. I did that because I saw him banning the Goffred. I kind of expected that, and he did, and I thought I might have Narcisse and Ancora. So he's going to boost. He's going to put me on cooldowns. And then Harima's going to go. Not going to do much on Ancora because she's in reaction. I'll sleep the Nithwe, so the timing was perfect there. Trying to get just some hits across, wear down these cooldowns, can't really do anything. And then Wukong gets killed, and that's kind of unfortunate for him. It looks like he's in control. So I'm going to take out the Nithwe there. And I made a mistake here because I didn't notice the Arbiter had boosted and wasted her revive already. So I could have slept the Harima and it wouldn't have been so close. So I pull out the win there. And we talked a little bit after that fight. So that was a pretty good fight. He got a little aggressive, wasting his revive. And I didn't even notice he did it. So then I pick up Victor Tess. And I know how good Victor Tess is. I know this one's going to be a loss. But I wanted to stick with it and just see how it went. So after I go Armanz, he goes with a +2 CV and a Taurus. I think Victor Tess's fame, I think he's a Twitch streamer. But I think his fame is also being really good at Clan Boss. A year or two ago, I think he was putting out some good content for Clan Boss. But then he kind of went into PvP as far as I know, and so he's just a good all-around player. So he's got a +4 Warlord there, and he's got an empowered Marichka as well. So I'm going to go with my +4 Staltus, and then go with my Goffred. I mean, some of these lopsided fights, like I'm definitely... Oh yeah, then he's got a +4 Rhodos. So I'm definitely not in the same category as a Victor Tess or somebody like that. But I do hang in there. And I am getting better, although it's really hard to keep playing when you're only winning around 50% and you're barely moving. That's why I average only 2 fights a day over 6 days. So we'll get started. I banned his Warlord, he banned my Armanz. So he's going to go first with Sifi. Kind of hoping I can get a turn before Rhodos. Although maybe not. Maybe if Rhodos could get a turn before me. Now this is one of my last fights before I convert Staltus to Stoneskin. In fact, it may be the last. This one or the next one, I'm not really sure. At some point during the middle of these fights, I convert Staltus to Stoneskin and then I make a mistake. And I have Goffred not ready for a Georgian fight. So I'm going to try for the big hit, and I just didn't have enough. If I could have got that Sifi out right there, I might have had a shot. But then he's going to kind of take over, and I'm not really going to get another shot from there. I mean, I had the right counters to his team, but his team is just a lot stronger than mine. If you compared my builds to his, you'd probably see a big difference in, say, crit damage, in defense, in hit points. Hit points you can see, although I'm not counting them up, but yeah, he's just got a really strong team. I was actually pretty happy that I was able to hang in there like this. But anytime also that you're forced to leave in the Marichka and the Sifi together, it's just not a good combination. because it's really hard to beat that combo. Sifi gets sheeped, and it seems like I'm still kind of hanging in there, but at this point I'm just kind of fizzling out. He's going to drop the hammer, and then it's just Goffred left, so I'm done. I'll take off. Not a bad loss there. I mean, all losses are kind of bad, but there's really no shame in losing to Victor Tess. So then I get somebody whose name I can't pronounce. So I consider there to be kind of two categories of teams here in Gold 2, and there's the kind that really is dependent on legendaries, and it can be any level of legendaries. And then there's the kind that has mythicals at their disposal, and I have a very hard time with the latter. If they have legendaries, I feel like I can hang with them. So I go Armanz first, they go Sifi and Wukong. I will go Narcisse and Warlord. And this is going to be one of those legendary teams that I feel like I can hang with. So we'll see who they can pick next. And they will go Rhodos and Arbiter. So they're definitely going fast. Right now I'm kind of looking at banning the Wukong. And so I haven't changed my gear yet on the Stultus. This is still the old build of Goffred. And I'm going to go with my kind of counter to Wukong. And he hits fairly hard with against squishies. So, see who they go with last. They will go Gaius, and I'm kind of looking at Gaius like, well, I'm in almost all Stone Skin. Yeah, I'm just going to ban the Gaius. So they're going to ban the Armanz and go for the cooldowns, as you should when you have Rhodos. So, we'll go ahead and get started, and he will definitely get the first turn because he's got two fast champions, and I'm built to go second. Lots of Stone Skin on my end. Only half reaction, not 3/4 on Narcisse. So here I'm kind of hoping that I could get in front of Rhodos, and I can't. So he's able to steal HP off Narcisse there. Arbiter will use up her revive. They'll sleep the Narcisse. Warlord had gotten sheeped, so he couldn't use his cooldowns. And Narcisse is now out of the fight. I'll use the block passives, AoE from Ramontu. Now they're working on getting the Warlord. I didn't notice... Okay, there's the Goffred passive. Because remember, the Goffred passive does not trigger on Soul Reap. So I tried to take out the Sifi and just couldn't get it. She's got more resist. And now Warlord's gone. So I've got just a little bit left in the tank. They're gonna start Sifiing me, and now I'm pretty much done though, so I'm gonna take off. But I felt like that was a good matchup. There was no shame in losing, but I could have won that one. I was really close. So then I get Rage Saucy. And I will go Armanz first. They'll go Sifi and Mikage. I feel like I can match up pretty well against Mikage in general. I pick a lot of Stone Skin, and I pick a lot of Wukong. She doesn't match up particularly well against Wukong. She doesn't match up particularly well against Stone Skin, because she has to choose between stunning and stripping and ally attack. So they're going fast, and then they've got that lizard guy that I don't like, Lazarius. So who will I go with last? I will go Ancora and Narcisse. They're not particularly strong against this group, but actually against Mikage, Ancora and Narcisse are great. Not particularly strong against Rhodos, but I'm going to ban that Sifi. I don't want Sifi combined with the Rhodos, and I'm not too worried about the Arbiter. Arbiter is usually squishier than Sifi. And if I can cut, which so far I can't, so with 3 open, I'm assuming she's going to try for the stun, and she does. She gets it on the Ancora, who's going to cleanse it, and she gets sheeped. Rhodos runs into the reaction. I put him on cooldown. Go for the big hit, one of the big hits with Wukong, then go for a big hit and take them all out. So that worked out very well. All the RNG kind of went in my favor, but Ancora and Narcisse are great against Mikage, as is Sun Wukong, and having one champion in Stone Skin makes her not want to do the strip first, makes her want to do the stun. So that was just kind of a perfect matchup against Lady Mikage. So then I'll get Vendetta. He's going to go with Armanz first to match his avatar. I will go Warlord and Wukong. I kind of like the Armanz, and in my free-to-play account, I'm using Armanz constantly, and he's constantly getting banned. but it allows me to keep Wukong, and I'm hanging with, as a level 67, I end up hanging with level 90, 100 accounts, winning about 50-50 there. So they got the Sifi Harima combo, and then the Georgid Arbyce, and here's where I don't have Goffred ready. I had rebuilt my Staltus in Stoneskin Lethal. I don't have Goffred, so I go Duchess, and I just didn't have a counter to Georgid. I really needed my Goffred in there, so he's going to ban the Warlord. And I was really kicking myself on the Goffred thing here, because I needed to rebuild the Staltus. If you watch my channel, then you know there was a fight about a week and a half ago, where Wukong just one-shot me right out the gate because he hit Staltus with his Staff of Wonder and it just killed everybody else who has reaction. So here I'm just basically dead because I had nothing to fight Georgid. He took out my Duchess one-shot. So I'm going to go in and for Goffred here, and I'm just going to put a chess piece on him because I need to finish out the session. I want to get a couple more fights in, or at least want to get a win or two in. And so I'm just going to put a stone skin chest on him. And I'm not going to have full crit rate. As you can see, it's only 89%, but work on the speed a little bit. And I got lucky on that defense roll. Get the speed up just a little bit. Go ahead and add some little bit of resistance. Don't worry about the attack. And now let's get back into Live Arena. So really kicking myself over not having Goffred ready. I just kind of spaced it. I got distracted rebuilding, I think it was Fatalis I also had to steal from, and so I was trying to rebuild him, and I never actually finished rebuilding him, and I left Goffred hanging. So the next time I went into Live Arena, I just wasn't ready. So here, I get, what's that, Croquet Tune? And he goes Armanz, I go with Warlord Wukong, he goes the King and Queen. And I'll go Sifi, and I'll probably finish out with Staltus, but I go Goffred here. I do have him ready. Oof, and then they've got the mythical guy. I gotta ban the Armanz. I don't want to face Siegfrund. I'm gonna go my +4 Staltus, but I'm not feeling very good about this fight. I feel like I also don't have my counter to Mikage, because that's the King and Queen. I have part of it, though. So they're gonna ban my Warlord. I'm gonna ban their Armanz. So we'll get started into this fight. They should go first with her Mikage, and they do. So I have 3 stone skins. She should go for the strip. And let's see what she does here. She does strip 1. She strips the Goffred. So now I can buff up or I can sleep somebody. I'm going to buff up. I'm going to go for the strip and the block debuffs, or block buffs. And Ancora's going to heal up. I'm going to go for the stuns, but remember Ancora is going to shed that stun, and that's a problem. Trigger the passive on Siegfrund, and he triggered the Goffred passive already, so I can't really reliably sheep him. Try and take some out. I know Ancora, though, is going to shed that, and wow. So I've already lost 2 of my guys. I lost the Goffred and the Sifi, and this one's pretty much over. I was hoping I'd take out everybody and stun him with the second hit, that if I could have taken out Ancora with the first hit, taken out Narses, and then stunned him with the second hit, that I'd have been able to make it and then kill him, but I couldn't do it. I was really close on Ancora, although on Ancora it was close on the second hit, not on the first hit. So I'm going to match up here, and it looks like Boss, and I'm going to go with Armanz. He's going to go with the Taurus Marichka. I will go with Warlord and Narses. He will go Sifi, and there he is again, Siegfrund. Siegfrund is just, oh, he's so rough. Before his buff, I was looking at him like, wow, he's a survivable damager, and that's what I was looking at him at. But now when he has this just horrendous damage, he's almost like Rhodos on steroids. And they'll finish off with Mikage, so I've got my duo. And I feel like I match up pretty well. They're going to ban the Armanz. But I feel like I match up pretty well. I've got reaction, stone skin, and the ability to not get stunned on 2 of my champions. And only 1 in stone skin, so surely Mikage's going to try for the stun. And he does the ally attack into Ancora, tries to take her out. Then takes out Wukong. Go for the big hit there, and I'm able to hit through. Do I want to bring back my Wukong? No, he's going to come back on his own. So I'm going to cleanse. Now what's she going to do? She's going to go for the stun, and she gets sheeped. Wow, that was good RNG for me, but is Taurus just going to destroy us here? Not quite. He only A1s. Kind of surprised he didn't go for it there. All right, strip hit and kill the Sifi. Tried to take out that Mikage. Looks like I've got this one, though. Oh, you know what? Taurus was on cooldown, so that's why he couldn't do anything other than the A1. So actually, this just worked out really well. Of course, Staff of Wonder will never splash kill Taurus. And I finish off with a win there. So I beat the mythical. Siegfrund is very counterable by Narcisse. Narcisse counters so many. So it's almost worth just picking Narcisse early in the fight. So then I'll face Easy Time, and we'll see if he's an Easy Time. I'll go with Armanz first. This is probably how a lot of my weeks are going to go at this point. I'm just going to do fights here and there over the week and then post the battles over the weekend. Maybe do 1 to 2 videos a week on Live Arena, probably just 1. I don't see the point in trying to climb higher rankings than I am right now, because all I'm going to do is face harder opponents that have better champions and better gear than me. So, I mean, I feel good about how I'm winning right now. So there's Arbiter and Wukong, and then I will go Warlord. I still haven't finished the 5-star Ascendance, as it just kind of opened up to be able to do that today for Armanz. I think I'll do it overnight, though. I was very unlucky on the Path event, or the card flip event, and after like 17, I didn't have any. I didn't have any points for the Armanz souls, and on my free-to-play account, I got several. So I go Narcisse. He's going to go with Ramontu and Hefrak. I will finish off with... I'm going to go Ancora instead of Goffred, and I'm going to go with Errol. Errol instead of Staltus. I've been really using Staltus a lot more than Errol, but Errol has his place, and that's in a speed team. So I'm probably going to ban that Hefrak. And we'll see what he goes with last. He goes with Emic. So, yeah, I'm going to ban the Hefrak. Actually, no, I'm not going to ban the Hefrak. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. I banned the Wukong because I don't want to get stripped. He's going to go with the Emic, and he has my secondary stripper. So, let's see how this goes. He did not ban my Armanz. He banned my Warlord because he has a lot of Stone Skin. I'm going to go ahead and start off... I've got to sheep the Emic, and that strips everything. It stripped the Stone Skin off their Hefrak. Had it not stripped the Stone Skin off the Hefrak, I might have lost this. I'm going to cleanse up, go for the big hit, and he's going to leave the battle. So I got lucky on the 50-50 RNG there. Win some, lose some on the RNG. So next fight, I will get Saeed D, and there you can see my subscription to Shini. And he's got one of those older avatars that says he was doing, I think that's... 3v3, an old one. I don't remember. So he goes a +4 Sifi first. That's not good for me. Then he's going to go with Warlord. I'm going to go with Warlord and Narcisse. He's going to go Taurus and Lazarius. I will go with the sheepy guy, Armanz and Wukong. He's going to go Marichka and Yumiko. So this is a tough team. I don't know that I'm going to have a shot on this one. So I'm going to ban the Yumiko because I really have to. He's going to ban the Armanz. So it kind of depends on how fast I am, but I'm not going to be fast enough. Can my Warlord cut, and can I do other things? I think I still have my Wukong, because, yeah, he banned my Armanz. So if my Wukong can do something... And actually, I sheeped the Taurus right off the bat. Didn't really help me much, but I'll try to put him on cooldown. If my Wukong could steal the Stone Skin right here... And I can't. If I could have stripped that Stone Skin and killed the Lazarius, I'd have been rolling. But wasn't. He's going to take me out, and this battle's going to be about over. Takes out 2, puts me on lockout. The King and Queen can still kind of hold their own, but once Taurus comes back, it'll be over. It's not a big lockout. Almost got the Sifi. But then I got to deal with the whole Sifi-Marichka combo. There goes the Sifi. Kind of cleanse up there, but he's gonna then take out my king, And go for Staff of Wonder on Lazarius. I do take him out, and I can take back 1 right now. I'm going to go with the Warlord, but it's kind of dumb because he's not going to survive. I should have gone with my Narses. Survived a little bit better. And Korra's hanging in there because she's a pretty tanky champion. Wukong's back, but this one's about over. As soon as I take out the Marichka, Sivy will come back and then bring Marichka back, and it'll be all over again, and I've already lost. So, there goes Korra. 1 last attempt, and then I'm done. On to the next fight. I will get MF Doom 2001. See who he goes with first. He will go with Armanz, so I will go Warlord Wukong. For the most part, the team that I was using to get through at the end of Gold 2 is still working for me in Gold 3. It doesn't work to the extent that it did in Gold 2. So he's going to go with Lady Mikage and Garral. Garral is probably one of the easiest to fight mythicals, in my opinion. So I'm going to go Narses and Korra, but am I going to go with... Normally I'll pick Korra last, but I go with them right now. Because I kind of want to decide if I want Goffred or somebody else. So they're going to go Duchess and Taurus, so it looks like they're going to ban the Narses. So, do I want to go another Damager? I go Goffred, just to kind of keep me safe. I'm going to ban the Armanz. Are they going to ban the Narses? Or the Warlord? They ban the Korra. They don't want me to have revives. That might be a mistake. So we'll get started in the battle. I believe they'll go first because they've got Mikage. I used to ban Mikage, but now I'm not too scared of her. Put him on cooldowns to start, but obviously Garral and Mikage will not be affected. Garral did not have the stone skin, and Mikage stuns the Warlord and gets sheeped. That was unfortunate for them. Staff of Wonder. I want to sheep the Garral, and I accidentally kill her. How do you accidentally kill someone? I'm going to stun the sheep. That means the sheep can't de-sheep. And I'm going to stun the Taurus. So that worked out really well. Try to stun the Taurus again, and I got him stunned. That worked out well. I don't want to waste my double hitter on Duchess quite yet. I want to let her do her revive, but she doesn't want to do it. Still don't want to waste the double hitter, but I do. So now she can use the revive, go for a hit on the Duchess, work her down, Staff of Wonder, and take them all out. So that was a pretty good fight. And we'll get started on the next one. That was really unlucky for him with his Lady Mikage, but that's the risk you take. So then I get another Oblivion, Gandalf's Pipe. I feel like I've seen him on Facebook before, but I'm not really sure. So he's going to go with Siphi, 6-star Sheep, and I'm going to go with Warlord and Narses. Because if he goes Siphi, then that's hard for me to have somebody who isn't going to have shields. And a lot of times they'll go Siphi Narses, just like I do. So he's going to go Duchess and Harima, which may mean he's going to ban the Narses. I'm going to go Wukong and Armanz. And I have one more support to choose from. So here I'm kind of looking at maybe I ban the Siphi. We'll see who he goes with last, though. If he does lockouts, obviously I'm banning the lockouts. But if he doesn't, I may go the Siphi route. And I'm kind of leaning towards putting Goffred in instead of Reviver, and then just kind of pick between Warlord and Armanz and who you want to ban. He goes Siegfrund. I'm going to ban the Siegfrund because I'm not too worried about the Shuzen. I have 1 stone skin and 2 that are protected from Siphi's sleep or Harima's passive. So Siphi's going to go first. She's going to buff up. And slows from Shuzen, and then she gets sheeped. Now I'm going to put him on cooldown. I'd like to get those slows off there soon, though. But I'd also like to see Duchess lose her stone skin. So I'm going to cleanse up. Get us moving back at full speed. And now, I need to wait one more turn. I need to try to get a hit on Siphi so that Siphi is lower Yeah, got that hit on her, so when Duchess goes again with her A1, Sifi's going to get the shield, and then my double hitter's going to take out both of their revivers. Unless Sifi's able to put up increased defense. Sleeps my Warlord. Not a big deal there. So she's got the shield, go with the double hitter. Couldn't take out Sifi, though. But Staff of Wonder into Sifi doesn't do a lot. Still have Harima and Shuzan. Harima gets the buff. Does the triple hitter, and then takes out everybody but Narcisse. So that's not looking good, but actually then I counterattack, kill the Harima. Or no, that wasn't counterattack, that was provoke. And I'm able to take him out. So pretty good fight there. I felt like I was in control, almost lost it, and then had enough left to win it. So I'm going to face Art next. And then he's going to go Armanz first. I'll go Warlord and Wukong. He'll go Crixia and Arbiter. And so here I'm going to stack up with the Stone Skins. Stone Skins, Staltus, I'm going to do him last. If I do him. I may do a different damager. But I'm going to go Staltus, or I'm going to go Sifi, Goffred. Yeah, a couple damagers there. They're not too hard. I'm going to go Staltus. So I've got 4 Stone Skin and a Wukong in there. Armanz is not going to terrorize me. This is kind of how you counter Armanz. It's still risky, but this is how you counter Armanz. His best bet is to do Stone Skin and hope to strip as many Stone Skins, and then he goes quicker than me. Buff up. Armanz stuns the Wukong, steals his turn meter, and I put them all on cooldown, and it's about over at that point. My Stone Skin damagers are going to survive, and there goes almost everybody, and now it's over. That was a quick fight. Yeah, and I finish him off. So I hope you're doing well in Live Arena, and take care.